Hello, everybody, and welcome into uh, the 100th episode of Morning Ritual. We're-
Hey, hey, folks. Good morning. Uh,
Also, thank you so much, everybody, for that level 5 hype train. Um, y'all, can we say, slay? This is our 100th episode of Morning Ritual. For you, Joy, anything.
oh, Slay. Hey, Jody, if you want to hop on later, we can try to make that happen.
Heck yeah.
I want to apologize in advance for being a little late and a little low energy. That was my fault. I have not slept. I am running the Pokemon Go Europe tournament, which starts at 3 a.m. and ends at 3 p.m. And so I apologies, but thank you all so much for showing up, for checking us out. This means a lot. So just thank you.
We get it's not as rare that we get tired noir dialogue, but this is exceptionally tired noir dialogue.
I have to warn y'all. I'm right now. I'm in my soft boy tired phase, so
Yeah.
I'm really sentimental and emotional.
And we're
So
about to watch a whole ass video that AJ sent me, and I have watched very little of it, and when I did see, I instantly started crying.
I have not seen any of this yet. But we're gonna go check out this video, which is pretty much our greatest hits. Also, Caleb was so kind as to do a tarot reading for the show, which we're also going to be checking out. Oh
Yeah.
goodness, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is
Um,
3 levels of exhaustion noir. That's right. Love Murder Rose. Alright, so without further ado, do you want to see some studio magic? Look
I love
look
to
at
see some studio
look at
magic.
that. Look at that right there. We switched
Oh,
we switched it up, so now we're up on the top and we can watch the video looking down upon us.
look down
Down up.
upon our deeds. Oh God, I'm so fucking tired. I'm sorry.
No, you're all good. Don't worry about it.
uh,
I'm hoping that the noise that's happening beside me is not happening beside me because the boy
I
has decided to start digging around.
no,
For
we can't hear the boy.
okay.
Um, so I think without further ado, we're just gonna get into it. Thank y'all. Honestly, we couldn't have got to 100 without all of you. So thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Um. This is
Uh,
this show has
Psych,
been.
fuck you. It was all me, God damn it. It was all me. I don't need any of you. That's right. I'm tired, but I'm still the bad guy, baby. Fuck all of you. I'm so sleepy.
This is 3 levels of exhaustion. Punch drunk noir. Y'all. Uh, this is before we get this underway. I just kind of want to say again, thank you to all of you for showing up. Thank you for everything that you've done for this show. Everybody that's been on the show to Noir go to bed.
I
Listen,
will after this.
the post ritual nap on this is gonna hit so hard.
Can I tell y'all something? Like something. Okay, so I get a schedule for this Pokemon Go thing, and it says it's from
What's it?
1 a.m. to to 1 p.m. Pacific time. So my sleepy ass is just like, I just gotta stay up till 1, and then I wake up as if in a cold sweat and remember the PT, and I'm like, fuck, that's 3.
Shit. Damn. Noir, your soundboard is Sam's favorite character.
Well, thank you. What's an appropriate response to that? Uh, let's go with
That's a good response. All right. But thank you to everybody in chat. And again, I'll get gooey with my co-host a little bit later on. But for now, let's dive into this episode. If we want, we can pause at any time and and talk about things if you like, or we can just play it through. It's up to us.
Well, we'll see how the audience is feeling. I will say though, this show is directly responsible for me making some of the best friends I've ever had in my life. It's opened some doors for me. And there are people that I can't imagine my life without. I can't imagine my life without, and I wouldn't have gotten as close to them if we didn't have like a 2 hour, 4 hour long conversation to be like, well, that's not enough. And then there are some people that were on the show that will never be on the show again. Like, just keeping it a whole buck. Because, just life works out that way. So it's going to be really fun to take a look back and see.
There will actually be the full version of this, uncut without our commentary over it. It'll be uploaded onto the Critical Misses YouTube channel at noon Central Time. So you can look forward to that if you want to watch it without us pausing and getting all ooey gooey and have the whole product stand on its own 2 legs. That is a whole thing that I set up before this show. I've been doing tech since 8 in the morning.
Sam goes, I ruined my chance. Sam, listen, you are stuck with me forever. I love you with my whole heart, and that will never change.
Pretty much everybody in this chat, I think, at this point.
Yeah,
we are
absolutely.
You're stuck
You are
with
stuck
us.
with us. Trust me, the folks that will never be on the show again, I can guarantee are in this chat. Also, that said, let's play a fun game and see if they pop up. But let's go ahead and
let's dive in.
Let's do the thing.
All right.
Hey everybody! I think we're live. Hopefully we're live. If we're not, we'll find out maybe in the chat. Oh yeah, we're live? Great. Awesome. Welcome, mortals, to Morning Ritual. Yeah, this is the talk show, I guess, that we're doing.
Motherfucker.
Oh, man. Oh, fuck, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, I know. I saw just a little bit. The music kicked in. I was done.
Oh, fuck.
Thank you so much, Fawn, for that 100. Y'all.
We are absolutely consummate professionals here, and we're not talking about dicks at all again.
I make no apologies for these mishaps. Y'all know what it is. You've been on Twitch long enough.
Hi everybody, welcome to Morning Ritual. Making sure that I'm not muted because I'm always muted at this.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Morning Ritual Live here at Gen Con.
This is our episode Morning Ritual.
This is what y'all asked for, so here it is.
Give the people what they want.
Oh my
What
god.
the fuck even is this show?
This show is chaos incarnate.
It's everything.
This show is the best show.
This is our TTRPG talk show where we don't know what the hell we're doing most of the time.
There's so much going on.
There's so much happening.
Let's get to We don't know how to start the show live either.
Good morning, Gen Con.
I always realized like critical misses. It's just like, it's a film-focused channel, and the critical, okay, haha. And then I was like, wait a second.
Do you need a
When
sec?
you roll a 1, that's a critical miss. It
Just
works
get
on
the
so
pun.
many levels. Yes,
Just get the pun.
got the fun.
Do you need a sec?
I just got the fun.
We're going to just power through without a break, but do you need
Oh.
a break?
Well, I need to do probably a quick 5 minutes to be human, if that's cool.
No. You be an alien right now. Okay, we're gonna go on a quick break. Y'all can get Matt Mercer's attention to come on the morning ritual. I will play any song you want me to, and any costume you want me to, while riding a unicycle. We're taking it back. We have you issues. What the Mercer effect is? What is it? Like,
My opinion of what the Mercer effect should be is the ever climbing rise in long vests being sold. I think bringing the long vest into fashion, that to me is the true Mercer effect.
A couple years ago, my mom ran into Bill Irwin on the streets of Manhattan, and she told me about it later, and she was like, I saw Bill Irwin. I told him what an amazing experience you had. And I was like, you what? Because I would like to talk to him. I'd like to ask him what? I think you misrepresented my experience a little bit.
Okay, so I think we have a plan here. First of all, we have to find a child, go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Fun.
Hey, wait, no, I got it. You wait
I
like,
love any time a plan starts with find a child.
listen,
Yeah.
you wait like a month and a week and I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, wait a second.
We'll just take my
Wait,
baby.
Do
We'll just take my
babies
kid.
count? Like,
Babies are okay. What? No, please,
I mean,
please
like,
run that
does-
back. Do babies count as children? Please, everyone, do babies count as children?
Truthfully, improv's made me worse at lying because so much of improv is not crafting a response, but just reporting what you're honestly feeling. Like, I remember I was doing a catering gig. I was working as a caterer at this museum gala, and I just was so tired and overworked and was standing there. I'd been like awake for 18 hours and my feet were hurting, and someone who was like a guest at the thing actually asked me like, hey, are you all right? What's going on with you? And I looked up and just went, I'm sad. And just said it. That's what improv really does to you.
The early Genesis ads in EGM and
First time he
GamePro
came
that
over
just
to
showed
me.
Altered
Yeah.
Beast, which I loved. In the
Rise
arcade.
from
I
your
remember
grave.
being like, yeah.
I have been trying to get this one to watch anything Miyazaki, and
I
he
refuse.
refuses vehemently.
I refuse.
Like,
Ah,
You are a talented musician.
This sword is dope.
Norris, DMing and world building is top tier.
But this sword is also dope.
Sometimes you need it, girl. I got my
Let's
click clack
fucking
bag.
go!
God,
Which is Wolverine should be indigenous.
Mm-hmm.
I stand by that. It makes a lot.
Oh my. Oh my.
I'm sorry, y'all just came in so nice. Like, hey everybody, good morning. I'm just over here with seething rage. I never thought I would say what I'm about to say, but being a Chicago Bears fan has taught me how to hate properly. It was one of those motherfuckers where you would come up like this. You know what this means? This means put the cracker in my hand. Put it in my hand. And he was like, he put the, like at my mouth, like, put your tongue out. I'm like, no, Father McCarville, I've got my fucking hand. I got my handcuff. Handcuff means to put Jesus in the hand. So he was trying to put Jesus directly on my tongue.
I want that. I want to put Jesus on my tongue. I want you to do it, Father McCarville, but he puts me directly in my fucking mouth every time. And it's like I'm trying like hand bob like a fucking Stevie Wonder. He fucking trying to chase me. So we be up there for like a awkward minute. Motherfuckers are singing, and I'm just trying to dodge this Jesus coming at my face, and I'm giving him the handcuff sign, which is universal Catholic. Put Jesus in my hand. Oh, Father McCarville, if I find you, I'm gonna fuck you up for that. Because that shit was embarrassing. I don't want anybody to fucking spoon feed me Jesus. I can eat Jesus on my own. It really, like, I'm sick of people pretending like chocolate is delicious. It's not. It's not good. It's not good. You know what bums me out? Chocolate chip cookies. Because there's a whole lot of good cookie, and then you ruined it.
You like raisin cookies, though?
Yeah, raisin cookies are pretty good.
Yeah, raisin cookies are pretty good. Okay, you want to see who Jigga?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. If your name is Bryce and you're watching this and you're a fan of our show,
I'm sorry.
Fuck you, man. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I appreciate the support, and I'm really glad that you're enjoying the show. But deep down in my soul, like, fuck you, dude. Like, aesthetic with like
I could eat Jesus on my own.
Perfect eye makeup. Too perfect, in fact. So perfect that I'm certain that it wasn't makeup and that Gabe just showed us the true form. I'm starting it now. I'm starting the conspiracy. You know, crazy Americans can start QAnon. I'm starting Gabe Gate. Gabe Gate. Gabe Gate starts here, and it's that Gabe is an actual fey creature, and they're just messing with us.
Well, spoiler alert, the character that Gabe does bring on to Realms eventually does come from the Feywild, but I will say no more.
Oh, color me surprised. Color me surprised. I'm not Gabe.
Yeah, they played it very well.
Get it trending.
Okay, they're mad because you called them the Mastermind Rogue. What's wrong with the Mastermind?
I'll tell you what's wrong with the Mastermind Rogue. Oh. Nothing when you play it right. But if you're a Mastermind Rogue and you go in front of the fully armored, fuck you sword, fire breathing, blood splattered blender of a PC only because their player is femme and you want to protect them, because if I protect their character in the game, maybe they might kiss me IRL. Then you deserve to die. I'll tell you one motherfucking thing. If you're in Australia, go fuck yourself. Yeah, that's right. I'm picking a fight with the entire goddamn continent of Australia.
So,
go fuck yourself.
Tune in for October 24th, our show where we have Wasabate, who is in fact Australian, and has promised us one authentic good day.
You know what? If your name is Liam O'Brien, go fuck yourself too. It's hands for you on site, Caleb.
This edit is showing that Nora has really tepid opinions. Yeah, this man doesn't feel things very deeply.
You still catching these fucking hands. If I ever see you on the street. There can only be one Liam O'Brien! You and me, let's settle it! Vax versus Hal! Let's get it going!
I hope so hard that this somehow crosses his radar.
So I like to pick fights, and one of the fights that I've picked is with the entire continent of Australia and one Liam O'Brien. It's on site for Liam. He makes me sad, and so that's where it is. There you go, champ. You can't threaten me with it anymore.
Wait, you're telling me that Liam O'Brien in this year of our Lord has made you somehow sad?
Oh no. This has been ongoing for the past 2 years.
It's on site for Liam. I'm sorry.
It's his birthday today.
It is his birthday today. It's also Laura's birthday.
Yeah. What are you doing, man?
What's going on?
We have like maybe Liam O'Brien doing an Australian accent. Like, is that gonna just put you up over the edge?
I can't fight while I'm horny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Someone clip that.
No!
Oh, my answer is you mean the 6'6.5" angelic muscle mommy. Abso-freaking-lutely smash.
And like, I put a giant disclaimer in the listing of like, please be sure you know what you're ordering, because I don't want you to get mad at me when you get a fucking dick in the mail. You ordered this.
Come on, you run PBTA games. What is PBTA if not, oh, I've done something bad? How are you going to hurt me?
And you get praised when you do the right thing, and it's a good dopamine hit.
Right? And isn't failure so interesting? Don't you kind of want to fail sometimes? Because that GM is going to do you.
TTRPGs are for people with praise and degradation kinks. You can't change them, right?
I'm learning so much.
And sometimes humiliation. Like,
sometimes
let's not
humiliation
forget.
kinks a little bit too.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. Like, everybody gets a little excited when they roll a 1, like, ooh, how badly did I fuck up?
What are you going to do to me?
So what do you want to do about it?
No,
Do you
I
want
steal
to
myself. I'm
stay
better than this.
Or
I'm
do you
thrown.
want to forfeit? I don't really think you can keep up with me, but I'd love to see you try, darling.
Hey, Brookanita! My co-host has been murdered.
Is fighting for access and recognition for disabled and neurodivergent people in both TTRPG and sex and kink spaces, because the Venn diagram is a stack of pancakes. Oh, hell yeah.
Strong, independent, mature person also means simp. So, yeah.
Watching the growth of it, I can just sit back on my little Thanos porch overlooking my farm. And I have done enough. I have made half the universe gay.
Half, you don't give yourself enough credit.
Oh, thank you.
Garlic smells and tastes like ass. Will you show me an ass that tastes like garlic, and I'm gonna find myself a new partner.
No!
You know, and when two switches are getting ready to go at it, the way they figure out who's playing top is by rolling initiative.
It's
Red Hood or Kyoya from Oran High School Host Club. I'm trying to get railed to death.
I don't know where I thought that was gonna go. That was.
You knew exactly what that question was going
No, I didn't, because I thought the caveat of you have to spend 48 hours with them would be a detriment. Because, like, you want to spend 48 hours with Jason Todd, the sociopath psycho?
It'll only take me an hour to kind of just, let them know what's up. And then the other 47. Railed to death emojis.
Okay.
Wait, you don't want that? There it is.
Not after a good thrust session.
It's not the only thing that's slimy yet satisfying.
You know, I had no idea how horny this show was. How do we get this horny?
I am an ally to the horny community.
here.
It's true. Don't perceive me.
Hope someone like screen caps.
And this all started from the fucking hashtag. I don't know how we got here.
I think you
You
is how we got here.
You don't get to choose which one you're in. The algorithm kind of just puts you there based on what you like and shit. Is it Ryan? I'm not looking at the chat. I'm looking at your face. Is it Ryan? Because I know that face.
It's Ryan. Hashtag bring back the breakfast boys.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking embarrassed.
I love that this is that we've got a hashtag going.
Chat, I've been expecting you.
I'm gonna start the goodbyes because I'm a Leo and I've been oppressed.
Yes.
There it
hard
is.
done by. There it is. There's the
Classic-
Leo attitude.
classic
that we know.
Leo.
Classic.
Classic Leo.
Always has to be the center of attention.
I'm not gonna stand for this.
You think you're rebelling, but you're playing into the type. So
You really are.
there you go.
That's what my zodiac would do.
The Leo's like.
Yes, Queen. Yes, indeed, Queen. You know, like we just fucking love
Indubitably
to do that
Queen.
shit. Indubitably, Queen. Right, you are, Queen.
You go, girl.
You and all of the others, and everyone you love and care for, do go.
With my blessing, do go.
Yes. Can you imagine Tinkerbell becoming like a stand-up comedian just for the applause, and every night when she kills it, she just gets like crazy strong. And she just goes on murdering sprees. I don't know why.
This is an interesting dark take that I really enjoy.
Thank
Yes.
you all for having me, and I'm glad I was on before Bria because there's no way to follow her, so it's good.
All hail the God Empress.
Mother of Dungeons and Dragons.
Like, y'all think I'm kidding. We're gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna say it one more time, and you fucking better do it at home. All right? I'm not fucking playing with you. Don't you bullshit me, chat. I don't want to see anybody type because your hand should be up praising Abria. All right, so I hope we're all ready. Summer of Abria.
Yes, Summer of Abria.
Summer of Abria. It is in fact the Summer of Abria. There is a war in the TTRPG community between those of us who see dice as fun to roll and no further. That's it. Well, all we do is we roll and collect our dice, and that's it.
Those who believe that dice are the forbidden candy and must be crunched.
And then there's a small subsect of cowards who will not commit to one side or the other.
Crunch responsibly.
No, you're just cowards. We have asked everyone from the people at this table to Matt Mercer, Brentley Mulligan, everybody, do you crunch dice? So Johnny, I need to know, what side of this war are you on? Do you crunch your dice? Or is it very strictly don't put dice in your mouth, goofies?
You know, we live in a time where it is incumbent upon all of us with access to these platforms, be they Twitch, be they podcast, be they YouTube, whatever your platform, to speak on the issues of the day, right? And I truly believe that neutrality in and of itself is impossible, and that when you choose to be silent, you are just siding with the status. You're enabling, you're siding with the status quo. So I would never shirk from sharing an opinion on this prescient and important issue. Noir, I wish I could come here and tell you that from a position of safety and responsibility, I could tell people to stop the crunch. However,
Brandon, you're breaking my heart.
as someone who has not figuratively, but literally been made to eat dice, I cannot in good conscience claim to be something other than what I am, which is a cruncher. And I'm
Of the
I
AJ
am,
pulled
for
up
the
the
record,
stats.
hashtag
Do you want me to
crunch
pause so we can read this?
Exactly. Thank you, Anita.
Oh yeah, we could pause real quick.
For me,
okay.
I was
Stop the Crunch 37. Crunch Crew 15. Crunch Sponsible 10. Swallow Saviors 1. Let Them Die 1. The Supplier 1. Lawtonjaw 1. Chew Chancellor 1. Prostitutes 2. Crotch Allies 2. Jawful Neutral / Chaotic Crotch 1. Unclear 3. So stop the crotch. We're in the lead, baby.
Of the 75 guests that we've asked, the Chew
That means you
Chancellor,
gotta
that
have-
would be Side-Eye and everyone who came after Let Them Die.
All right, let's jump back in it.
I was given a pack of these, I think they're called sugar and dice, and they're edible sugar spun dice. If you're gonna crunch, make sure that you're crunching something edible, right? And so, you know,
It's fine. It's fine. I was warned never to meet your heroes.
What I think is if you wish to put something in an orifice of your body that it's not supposed to be, just make sure that you are disinfecting not only your hands, but disinfecting the item. Make sure that what you disinfect it with is not toxic. And understand that 100% of responsibility of what happens based on the choice that you make is 100% your responsibility.
But so someone watched my interview with you for the first time that I was on the show, and they heard my answer, and so they sent me a like D20 that's like this big, and they were like, but it's made out of like soft like silicone, and maybe it has some straps on it that you can just put on. For like, I don't know why you might want something like that, but they saw it and they said like, hey, it seems like this is a thing that you might want to know exists, so you can crunch this one because, and I thought, this is a weird job. And that's my answer, is non-crunchable unless they're safety crunchable dice.
Lucia?
Yes. I am also crunch responsible.
I'm surrounded by cow.
Thank you, my people. What are you looking at me for?
Because you're one of those crunch responsible
I am for responsible crunching. I am for being crunch responsible. We are here to educate and inform
hot.
that
You a hottie.
we are not here to infringe upon your right to crunch. We are only here to offer safe alternatives, i.e. crunching.
Oh, yes. Happy about it. Really happy about it.
I am about to make everyone upset because unfortunately I'm a person that likes to look at both sides of things.
God
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Don't
I'm
fucking
sorry.
do this.
You
goddamn coward.
I know, and it's not so much like, okay, here we go. I'm ready to be twit-longered off the internet. It's fine.
You do you, man. Do what makes you happy.
Oh, no!
If not crunching dice makes you happy, don't crunch dice. If crunching dice makes you happy, crunch dice. Be safe in whatever direction.
So
Listen, man,
you'd say
I will be the Swizz Alps of this entire conversation.
be crunch responsible?
Yes, be crunch.
Another one for my team, baby.
I would like to hearken to all of the Canadian audience here. The PSA that traumatized our childhood with those puppets that said, don't you put it in your mouth, don't you put it in your mouth, don't you stuff it in your face, don't you stuff it in your face, though it might look good to eat, though it might look good to eat, though it might look good to eat.
You could get sick real quick, real sick, real ick.
Noir, have you seen this? Has anyone?
Yeah, no, no. I am not an advocate of crunching metals or plastics of indeterminate provenance. No, no thanks.
I will make the most crunchable fucking dice. And then dare people to not eat them.
Don't do this.
They're called, like, I have a collection called Forbidden Candy. They're glass that's frosted so they look like candy. So I am a crunch enabler.
You're enabled.
I would never get full on my own supply, but I would enable a crunch. Is that
the reason all this crunch is on the street?
Yeah. Like, if I'm gonna go to hell, and I probably will, I will be
is
down
the Ronald Reagan of crunching.
Trickle down crunchonomics.
Put it in their actual human mouth.
This
try
is
to
like
do a chew.
That is actively fueling the crunch.
It's hilarious.
Like Echo.
Noah, I know what you stand for this. I'm sorry.
Don't do this, Jack.
I'm Crunch Crew. Crunch Crew all the way. Crunch Crew all the way. Come on, some of these dice, There's a whole company of dice that is made to look like something you pick. There's ice cream dice. Come on.
No!
Come on. If your teeth break, if your teeth shatter, you're just the weakest link. I'm sorry. That's natural selection. You know, that's Darwinism. Okay? If you can't survive the crunch, you're... If you can't survive the crunch, that's on you.
Do you crunch on Austin? Austin?
What are you putting in your mouth?
No.
Well, okay, we do need to get that sponsorship from Abria, so...
No one can stop me.
I'm full crunch.
You don't put dice in your mouth.
You do sugar ones.
Well, that's different.
No, it ain't.
If it's candy dice, then you can eat it.
Okay,
Then
so what
it's
you're telling me is I can't give a gift to someone, then say they're sugar dice, and then they're not, and they choke and die? What is the world coming to?
That is fully manslaughter.
Only if you get caught.
Not half, but fully. Like
Only
that's,
if you
that's
get
absolute.
caught. It's actually murder because it's premeditated.
That's worse. Manslaughter's like, oops, you died. Like premeditated is just like.
No, premeditated murder is that she gives them the dice and then she just vanishes.
They're like, like this. I planned this.
What field are you on? Are you Stop the Crunch or are you part of Crunch Crew?
Well, I mean, dice. I there are certain dice sets that I've got my Black Dice Society dice right here, just in grabbing range. So there are certain sets of dice that I keep close to my heart, and that I have a nice little case that I put them in and that sort of thing. But I'm not too precious about the dice. If I'm just as happy to like click a button for the random number generator as I am to pick up a die. I don't have a thing of like, oh no, like I have to use my dice.
Watch how he masterfully evades. This is wonderful.
In the scheme of things, in the whole RPG thing, I'm more in it for the RP than the G. So
yeah. All right, he's gonna listen, Chad. I don't care. He wants to be neutral. We're gonna see what side of this field he's on.
It was probably the most beautiful Canadian non-answer that I've ever heard in my life.
I'm a person that chews on my ice, which is not good for your teeth. And I've been that way most of my life. But I draw the line at dice.
Yes!
I'm not a cruncher.
Yes!
Redemption.
Your face!
Redemption,
Hit your
finally.
face!
Does this make up for the fact that Brennan was pro-crunch?
Brennan was a coward!
Do you crunch? Or do DJ, what are you doing?
Sorry, keep asking your question.
We just want to know, do you crunch? Or do you not crunch?
That's a really good question.
No!
I'm sorry. Listen. If it makes you feel better, it's less about the dice and more that I have what I have a problem with putting things in my mouth in general. I got a tongue ring to try and curb back on that, and it helps mostly, but sometimes it doesn't. It's less about I think dice are crunch friends and more like I just put things in my mouth sometimes, and it's happened often enough that it's dice sometimes. I'm sorry, Nor. I couldn't lie.
Look at our show, babe.
Don't but I will say this, not the best idea in the world to put dice in your mouth and crunch on them. I totally support not doing it, even if I'm not listening to my own advice. Yeah.
We got, so you mean to tell me we got a cruncher on the Stop the Crunch side of the wall?
Yes, because I'm only doing
Double
it because
agent.
I can't help myself sometimes. Do you think I do this willingly? I don't.
Think that dice are the forbidden candy and that you should put them in your mouth to what they like to call crunching. And then there are those of us who are fucking grown up and
Put our dice in cute little wagon displays.
yeah. So
I guess my teeth are dragons then.
Fucking disgusting.
What's up?
Fucking disgusting.
Yeah. It does work here.
I hate this shit so much.
Fucking
disgusting.
Like, I get the urge to. The primal crunch. Yes, thank you, CJ. I get the primal crunch. Urge to crunch. But I don't actually put my dice in my mouth just because I do wash my dice. I do give them baths. But I don't
Not a lot of y'all can say that though.
Yeah, not everyone can say that. So I would not be putting your dice in your mouth if you haven't ever washed them. But if you do wash them, sure, chipmunk cheek that shit. But if you choke and die on dice, that's the fucking way to go out. And you can just say you rolled a nat 1 on that one.
Action, who may or may not be new, but maybe doesn't have the right title. And I would like to say that there should be crunchionaries.
Crunchionaries? Okay. You run this by me.
Very simple. I normally don't eat dice. I normally won't take these
How
little
smooth this
forbidden
motherfucker's
candies
voice
and put them
is.
in my
Right?
mouth. However, for
His
my
voice
teeth,
sounds like a warm blanket.
things can be
A crunch mercenary. A crunchionary.
Are you a crotch hoe?
Listen. I would like to inform you. I would like to inform everyone watching.
Are you about to launch your only crotch?
A check is a check.
Listen, that is how the game is played, right?
I'm glad you asked. I'm a secret third thing.
We can't keep making secret third things. Okay, what's your secret third thing?
Listen, do I believe that dice should be eaten? Absolutely. But the thing is, I don't think they're crunchy. Fundamentally, they look to me like gushers. So join me in my secret third thing. I am the Chew Chancellor. I think they're chewy.
They're not they're functionally solid.
Forbidden gummies.
They're not gummies though.
Why do they look like it?
Joy is just going
They
to
look
grill
like
us
a little gusher.
until
That my
they
faction,
become chewy.
You can crunch the dice if you can make it through one semester of law school. So you can defend yourself and why you're allowed to crunch your dice.
The legal loophole.
The law and jaw faction.
Yes, the law and jaw. Yes, yes. I'm so sick. You have to be able to, because the thing is, you want to eat the dice based off of impulse. Nobody wins with impulse, okay? You have to have the logic behind why the dice are going to be crunched, and you have to be able to defend. If you were to go to the hospital, you need to be able to defend yourself on why someone shouldn't report you to the authorities.
Lexi's legal loophole.
You know the principle of natural selection? Do you understand?
Darwin awards people with fucking dice.
Yep.
Another
we will
smooth
call
voice
this
motherfucker.
faction
Yeah.
the let them die.
Yep.
Get it? Cause it's you know what?
Yep. There you go.
I might have to. I will say, stop the crunch. Can and may consider ally with the let them die faction.
If you have to stop, consider biting down on dice to consume them, I think you're a coward. You don't love your dice enough. I say this as someone who has full-on swallowed a polyhedral set.
Somebody bet you $500
Yeah.
to consume an entire set of dice.
Yeah.
Not candy dice.
Not candy dice. I'm the swallow savior, okay? No war.
The swallow savior.
One of my favorite characters is Mordenkainen. Because he plays this neutral mage in this plane-spanning war, and Mordenkainen is all about tipping his finger on the scale to keep them even at times. So I think I'd like to be there. I want to be directly in the middle. I never know. Is today going to be the day that I crunch a die? Maybe if Stop the Crunch is getting too powerful, maybe I crunch a die that day. And if the reverse is true, when those scented dice come out, you better believe I'll be putting my finger on the scale on the side, and I will say, stop that crunch.
Justice is on the side of chaos.
It's about maintaining order here.
This is a lawful neutral side.
Yes, precisely. Me and the Modrons will be watching the dice roll very carefully.
Oh, for a fact, you don't wash your dice. You know for a fact
They always
you
say
don't
they
wash
do,
your-
but you know they don't.
You
You
don't.
know they
You know,
don't.
I've never seen a dice washing video. I've never seen someone say,
Ooh.
all right, it's time for my weekly dice wash. How do you wash your dice without losing the color, without getting all the stuff off of it, you know, without unbalancing it? Because
We got dice
even the
trays, dice
slightest thing-
towers, no dice
there's no
washers.
dice washers because people don't do that.
Responsible.
Responsible.
There's Switzerland in this war.
Oh, I see.
Goddamn cowards.
Yeah, you gotta pick a side. I feel like you can't be. You gotta pick a side.
Thank you!
Candy dice exist. There are safe alternatives.
So then you
Not
should
crunch.
probably not eat dice then, right?
Yeah, because there is an alternative.
Yeah, it's
you can't Switzerland this. You gotta pick one.
Thank you! See, that's why you got
I have been Team Crunch responsible since the Crunch war began.
Oh, you're right. You should stick with it, because it's tradition. That's never been an excuse for anything terrible.
Got him!
Are you trying to call me a moderate?
I'm trying to call you a crotch libertarian. You are the Ben Shapiro of the
Moderate.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But maybe I was wrong about New York pizza. Maybe it's good. Maybe you should fold your pizza slices. Maybe greasy pizza is
I knew
delicious.
he was gonna put this in here.
I knew it.
Maybe I was just talking
you-
shit.
Get out of my body. I don't want you in me any longer.
It's a thing.
Got a lot of questions for you there. History has ruined fantasy novels for me because every time there's like, yeah, you see this real sexy pale immortal that comes through, I'm like, damn, they probably owned slaves. Like they probably said the N-word liberally at one point in their life. Like I can't be wooed by sexy vampires anymore because of history. Thanks.
Why would you say that? Now I'm like,
We've come to the that guy portion of the show, which is it's hard to describe that guy. It's hard to put a description on him, but you know him when you see him.
If you have ever been at a table in the TTRPG community and there has been a constant black hole of fun,
Someone that if they were yeeted into the sun, your experience at the table would increase tenfold. Our goal here is to quantify, identify, and show how to deal with that guy of every variety.
Like I'm trying to put together the That Guy Bible, how to identify and neutralize that guy at your table.
The Critical Misses Field Guide to That Guy, subtitled, How to Have a Dick Without Being One.
Is the roll fudger. And I am one of those people, I don't mind fudge rolls. Like if you think your role needs to be better or worse for a nice role play opportunity, go for it. I fudge rolls behind the table all the time. I run for kids. I'm not trying to kill kids' characters, right?
No.
So I fudge rolls all the time as a DM, and sometimes as a player if I think it'll be funnier. But the person who is always saving, who needs to be successful at everything, like if he's making every deck save and you have, especially a character or a person you've played with for a while, if he's making every dex save and you know that he has like no modifier to dex and those numbers don't sound right, then I'm gonna point it out.
So I went into the game store not realizing that the tabletop area was across the street. Well, I go in there and I'm looking around because I'm actually early. I've got a knife in my boot because that's what kind of person I am. I'm meeting 6 guys at a game store. I'm walking around and just browsing, kind of looking through the comics, and there's one older guy who looks like he's old enough to meet my dad, looking through comics, and he's like, "Can I help you find something?" And I was like, "Well, I'm actually meeting a group of people here." He's like, "Do you like comics?" I'm like, "Yeah, not opposed to them. I've never found one that like I was being nice. I'm not necessarily into comics, but it's not that I don't like them. It's just that
You're being polite to a stranger man.
Yeah, strange older man who's obviously working in a game shop putting away comic books.
Wow.
And he's like, "Well, do you like weird?" I'm like, "I like weird." And he verbally says, "Checks no ring." I'm like, wait, what? Did you literally just say that you were checking if I was wearing a ring?
Oh, that's what you said. Oh! God, I'm so dumb.
He actually said out loud, "Checks no ring."
Checks no ring? Okay.
That day I wasn't, even though I was married, because I know I'm married. I don't have to wear my rings every day to remember that fact. And frankly, me being married has absolutely no anything on random game store dude.
My least favorite that guy that I've played with is somebody who comes to the table with the attitude the attitude of consuming an experience rather than producing an experience. It is a person whose whole attitude, even if they're subtle about it, is like a Roman emperor being like, "Entertain me," you know, like, "Go forth, like, yes, dungeon master, what is your story?" And it's that attitude of a player who really believes, maybe even subconsciously, that they do not have to be an active participant in what is happening.
Yeah. Like the worst thing that happened to me was me, a black guy playing a black character. My character was lynched. So
that's not nothing.
It always felt like us versus them. So much so in the sense of like, I think certain GMs consider themselves like, this is my story and you are in it, versus this is a thing that we do collaboratively. Like I think the worst GMs I deal with are people who are they want to be God and not a facilitator, or they don't understand the role of the GM as you're still a player just with a different type of thing you're doing.
You just have different goals.
Exactly. And like so much of that with like that guy GMs are, I want this and this and this and this and this to be the way we have to do things.
So there was this person that I think Noir was there. This person thought it was a good idea to talk to Noir and I about switches. For those that don't know what a switch is, it's a very thin piece of wood that you get from a tree, and people used to use it as punishment, but it has a very different meaning to the Black community for obvious reasons. So this person, who was white, mind you, starts talking to us about the days that his grandma would switch him like it was a grand old time. In fact, I think he started laughing about it at one point, and then proceeded to talk in AAVE to Noir, and would constantly treat Noir's character like he was stupid, and used the word murked at one point. And then
Can we pause real quick?
and then went through.
So if you're familiar with anything that I've done in the space, one of the things that I have, one of the things that I've added to the safety tools that I use in my game, and I know a few other people have adopted them, is the H signal for hands for any kind of PvP combat, uh, uh, whether it be physical or emotional, and that's why. That's one of the that game that Bree is referring to is one of the reasons why. If you're playing a game where somebody is consistently negging your character, I consider that a form of violence, and if two parties aren't consenting, then I don't allow it at my table. Because it has an effect on the person you're doing it to, and as you can see here, it has an effect on other people at the table. So if this is something that is an issue to you, I advise using the hand system to make sure that you have a tool to put a stop to it. After this is over, I'll post the safety tool chart that we came up with here at Morning Ritual.
And if you want to actually buy a physical printed copy, there is one up on the merch store.
That's right. So yeah, just wanted to put that there because it's kind of funny looking back at the history of all this and seeing the inception of that. So sorry to
we're good.
Stop it, but yeah,
like,
we
we're
can
okay.
get back to it.
We are in control of this circumstance. We can pause and talk about whatever we
It's
want.
our 100th episode, goddammit! We can do what we want!
Do what we want!
Alright,
let's get back to it.
His company's Twitter to make a half-assed apology that was not an actual apology. Yes, I am speaking to you now. That was not an apology at all whatsoever. I don't accept it. I'm pretty sure Noir doesn't accept it. The whole Black community doesn't accept it.
That person is no
we
longer
were
at
a bunch
that
of
company.
12-year-olds who wanted to have fun and made, yes, very silly characters. And, maybe weren't taking it as seriously as a 16-year-old might have been, like, demanding we take it. And got, like, very, very angry and was like, no, your character can't be like this because elves have to be like this, or no, your character can't be like this because rangers have to be like that, and that kind of behavior. And to the point where it was, like...
Damn, I've gone through so many
There was, like, a
microphones.
moment where there was, like, almost a physical altercation. And then me and my best friend were just like, we're just gonna leave and like probably not talk to you again, actually, and just fucked off.
The DM did like a session 0 to get everyone's veils and like and like really like everyone was like made to feel safe at that, and then used them in the game to throw back at them so that they would be the element of surprise, right? That's the worst I have ever heard. That it was a giant, the whole thing was a fucking setup and people were in tears. It was a horrible, I have never heard of worse than that. Like that is just like monstrous level of bullshit. Thank God it wasn't streamed or anything. It was like just a table game, but at the same point, I mean, like you just do not do that. It is a line you would think people wouldn't cross, but it's not the only time I've heard about that.
Someone that went to high school with me and these people, but graduated 2 years before us. Lewis was known for being strange or problematic. Problematic is probably a better term. But I didn't know anything about him before I started gaming with him. 19, I was in college. Lewis was not, but we were playing at my friend Greg's house. And we had like a really, really like brief session 0 into it. And like, this was really the first time I'd spent any amount of time with Lewis because, he wasn't around much. Like he was older than us by a bit. I think he was 21 at the time. And like, so actually shit, I wasn't 19, I was 17. I started college early, I forgot about that. Or I was young for college. I was 17, so I was still a minor. So we are all taking turns at Greg's computer to make character sheets. And like, Lewis is helping me build this character. And like at one point, he just, as I'm like rolling to calculate like fucking like constitution or something, he just bites me on the neck, just like straight up bites me on the neck. Just like, and then like proceeded to be like, nothing happened. I was like, I def got bit. That's definitely a thing that has happened. You definitely just bit me. And he was like, nuh-uh. And I was like, I'm weirded out. Like, what are you doing right now? Are you hitting on me? Or, like, what's going on? Lewis is in prison now. So that's the end of that story.
Yeah.
Very creepy.
The wish fulfillment GM. A wish fulfillment for the player, not for the character, so that the character and the player both get invested. So at this table, I know that this player is very into this certain archetype of a character, and this character would probably play well against this NPC. So I'm going to create an NPC that is so perfect for this character that this character has no choice but to fall for them. And therefore, I fulfill my wish of being with this player.
Oh,
vicariously.
okay. Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
This guy who was so obsessed with TPKing party, there was nothing you could do. There was nothing that you could do. So like, if we managed to survive like the first horde of I think it was bugbears that like came at us, and it was like 20 bugbears, this army of bugbears, and we made it out by the skin of our teeth, and that was like a good victory. We were like, holy shit, we almost died, but we didn't. Good. And then he was like, how about 30 more bugbears? And just kept throwing them at us. And we had like figured out like all these traps and all of these things. And we were so excited each time that it, that we got something. And then he'd be like, yeah, but then actually, now the guards are coming. And like just kept going until we were all dead. And we were like, well, there was no way out of that, was there? And like totally denied it, totally was like, no, there totally was. But it was just so clear that like this was the end goal, was that he desperately wanted us to be TPK'd for some reason at this time, and just would not allow there to be another solution to it, which like, if that was your plan and you wanted us to end the campaign, just let us know that you want to end the campaign. But it was kind of just like, this is going to be a futile exercise that for 3 hours you're going to try to win, and we're just I'm just going to imagine things until you're dead.
White person suggests an incredibly racist character concept. That makes me go, nope. I left a table once because the GM pitched her idea of having like the game starting with you being kidnapped by the evil drow and you are trying to like get out of the kidnapping or whatever. And I was like, I don't really like the idea that the drow are evil. And she's like, well, I got a black boyfriend and he's playing and it's okay. And I was like, okay, I'm leaving.
I don't know who needs.
I've got to ask, what are some of the hiccups in this space that you've encountered? What are some of the things that you're like, ooh, don't love this?
Well, where to start? Racists. That's like item number 1 through 8 on the list.
The amount of times I see like 6 white people at a table being like, we're a business. And it's like, no, this is a clan meeting.
You can't just say some of these actual plays are clan meetings.
That's what they look like. I'm like,
jeez.
Ooh.
Hi, Momo. Thank you very much. I hate.
Oh, you have.
I hate asking, but what does that guy taste like? That sounds so weird. It sounds so weird to ask, and I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. That guy energy.
That guy energy.
Boo to you! How dare!
I hate myself for asking this question, but I'm morbidly curious.
I'm gonna tell you it's warm Mountain Dew boiled with crushed garlic in it.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds.
Oh, that almost made me vomit.
Know the tone of the table you're at, right? There's a difference between doing that kind of thing with like 6 of your close friends in a game that isn't being run for an audience at home at your own table versus like dumping that on somebody at like a convention who you've met 30 seconds ago.
As a pretty good rule of thumb for me is if you are the GM, there should be very few times where you are no longer the world and you are you. In those moments, you have to be very careful because you are everything. You are the grass, you are the wind, you are the insects, you are the people, you're the monsters, you're everything. Because you have that much power, you have to be very careful with how you use that and how you put yourself into that world. A lot of the time with GMs that are that guy, they put themselves and their desires first in the world, and they use it to control their players in a way that takes away their agency. And this particular that guy is...
Moments of levity help us fall in love with characters, even if we're watching a drama. You could make someone cry over like Romeo and Juliet, or I could make them cry with a story about a werewolf giving a blowjob. And if I could do that, that's a trick to pull off.
And that's kind of why, I'm trying to be as unapologetic as possible, is because I'm trying to be the person that I needed back when I was growing up. And that's kind of what I repeat to myself all the time. I'm like, if Bree were to look at themselves now, like, would they be proud? Would they be disappointed? Would they be happy with how they turned out? And I don't know, just putting that strength into everything. And I hate the word strength for a lot of reasons. You know why.
Black women are so strong, and then they like beat them.
We're more than that.
Look at how they took that ass whipping. It's so
We're
strong.
more than that. We're more than that. This is a note to everyone. Black women are so much more than strength.
Does. I can't do what Brennan does. I can't do what Jasmine Boulard does. And I'm like, no, you can't. You cannot do what I do, like at all. But I can't do what you do. And no one can tell your story. No one can sing your song but you. So to me, you have a moral obligation to the human race to put out your art and put out your creativity, because you may or may not ever reach millions of people. Let's be honest, statistically speaking, you won't. But if a story you tell is the difference between a human being that was going to open their vein that night and they didn't because of something they heard you say, you have literally changed the whole world.
They can never break out of that paradigm. So isn't it important to like talk about like pieces of fiction that teach us how to have different kinds of heroic stories?
Yeah.
So we don't just mimic the one thing we know and then bump up against people who reject that paradigm.
If you have like an idea or something, like, and you like write it down, that's like the first step, right? Like just getting it down on paper is the first step. And then from there, it's like, what does this project look like? What do I want to do with it? How do I make a plan for how to tackle this thing?
One of the best pieces of advice I ever got was when I was in stand-up, which is, you're gonna bomb. It's not if you're gonna bomb, you're gonna bomb. That's the way of it, The more you bomb, the more you learn how to bomb. And funny enough, the best way to deal with bombing on stage is to call it out, because it's a communal experience. Everybody knows that I'm up here trying to tell you a joke and it's not working. You're not laughing. I'm not getting laughs. So I am now anxious because I realize that this is awkward. And funny enough, if you call out that awkwardness, it's easier to get out of the bomb. Empathy, being able to like understand how everybody at the table is feeling,
being able to take accountability. If I'm wrong, say, I'm wrong, I'm sorry, and try to fix it. What in your experience at the table, what have you seen that you go, that makes a good player?
That's a great question. I mean, very much the things that you said, empathy and being aware of everyone else's kind of emotional place at the table, and being open to discussing that before a game. If someone's having a rough week and you can kind of tell, feeling okay, I'm having a rough week, all right, and acknowledging that, we'll all adjust accordingly if you know how your energy is at the table. Other important factors are listening, listening and being eager to facilitate other people's moments in the game.
My solution here is that we as a space need to stop expecting the same level of polish from indie designers that we do from companies with millions and millions of dollars. We can't all fucking be WotC. WotC has WotC money. WotC can afford to have multiple art pieces on every single page that are of high quality. That's WotC. They can do that, but we are not all WotC. And as an artist, I understand that. And I understand that, I'm willing to work within budget, and I will tell you what I can do for your specific budget. And I also 100% stand by this as somebody who also does layout art. A good layout is better than a shitty layout and some art slapped on the page. If you have good typography and a good, nicely laid out cover, you don't need art to sell that shit, because it'll look nice graphic design wise.
I don't know what it is, but there is something lovely about taking parts of yourself and exaggerating them. That's how I come up with a lot of my characters, is I take little parts of myself and I just exaggerate it to the nth degree.
There's a fantastic multidisciplinary artist and academic out there, Janai Kemper, who's a Black person, who studies LARP specifically and talks about emancipatory bleed. There's a whole paper on it. It's fantastic. You should read it. But emancipatory bleed is the concept of you are intentionally activating bleed to experience a kind of freedom that you would not in your day-to-day life. And that is the thing where when people are turning the racism grittiness into a dark and light issue. See, even not do it. A dark and light issue. Where they're actually missing the point a little bit as well, right? Sometimes you do want racism in your games, so you can experience a form of emancipatory bleed to go against it. And to go
I'm never
against it
going
in
to
a
be the
way
one that
that's
initiates it, though.
Exactly.
I'm going to let the players take the reins on that and take the lead on that.
Exactly. And that's why we're here. It's because ultimately white folks are leading, not Anita, but white folks are leading the conversation. So we can never have a conversation about, okay, when is it okay to have racism in the game? We instead have a conversation about why you have racism in the game. That fucking frustrates me, because you're right, Noir. It's a red flag. And as a guy who does not mind a degree of racism in his games, so long as we are dealing with it with sensitivity, and so long as the majority of people leading this discussion are people of color, therefore the people undergoing it, it's frustrating, because I don't want this to turn into a dark issue where we don't discuss it at all, where it's no racism at all. Because if we do that, we miss out on a great part of tabletop, and we miss out on the ability to have our media represent reality in a way to combat against reality.
I am experienced and interested in the idea of every line of world building I do is supposed to expand the universe instead of close it in. So expansive world building asks questions and leaves interesting hooks to be explored in game, whereas closed door world building answers questions and limits creativity.
From character creation, we're encouraging the player to be creative, to advocate for themselves, use their imagination, come up with the thing that they want it to do and want it to look like. And that level of investment means that once you start gameplay, I feel like the players are more likely to negotiate and to stand up for what they really want to have going on and stuff like that.
And shout from the rooftops, y'all, everybody has so much creativity in them, even if you don't see it, and especially when you don't see it, especially when there are so many things that people have been told are not creative. I am so sorry. You have been lied to. You have been lied to. You are creative and problem solving every single day, even if you don't understand it. And anyone who says that, like, oh, I'm not creative, oh, I can't draw, I can't, I'm like, you can. You can. You don't have to be good at something to be able to do it. You can, you will, and you do. If there's, you want up, some people are like, oh, I want to pick up drawing, but I'm not very good. It's about draw. You pick up a pencil and you draw on a napkin. Amazing. You've done it. It doesn't have to be good. It doesn't have to be beautiful. It doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing like,
yeah, you can't let perfect be the enemy of good.
It's exactly.
But for now, the ritual has concluded. It's been a blast. And until next time, everybody, the ritual has concluded. Until next time, the ritual.
The ritual has concluded.
The ritual. The ritual has concluded. You all enjoy your breakfast. We love you. And until next time, the ritual has concluded. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been an absolute pleasure hanging out with y'all today. And there was feels, empathy, fuck off, and be vulnerable.
There it is.
That's
the rules.
That's the secret sauce. All right, everybody. We love you very much. And with that, I suppose I'm gonna do like a really bad sign off here. Are you ready? Are you ready for this cheese? Are you ready?
Let's do it. Let's hear it is.
The ritual is complete. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Noir, don't put dice in your mouth. Also, Noir goes to third base with their mic. Y'all. Let's switch to
Shut up,
this
Joey.
one, you nerds. Jesus. Crap.
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. We're allowed to feel shit. We did this for 100 goddamn episodes. Fucking nerds. Ugh.
Let's get Joy.
Huh? Do we want to get Joy in here?
Well, first we'll take a break real quick.
We need to compose ourselves just a little bit. Cause this is a whole thing.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're absolutely fine. We're gonna just take a couple minutes just to be human beings and ugly cry for a little bit off camera. But we're gonna be back in about 10 minutes. We'll see you in a little bit. And we're back. Hello. There's a Watson cam happening right now. He licking, he grooming. Yes, thank you for mentioning that. All the music that's used in AJ's video is, we've got the link in chat. It's now also on the overlay. Creative Commons Attribution 4.0, and support the creator by going to the website. We've also got our third super sexy alternate co-host in Joy. Hi. We figured we'd bring someone else in so that we had extra motivation to not cry like little bitches. Noir has become a cat. Oh, Joy is Joy muted? Joy should not be muted. It might just be Zoom audio, so not picking up. 1 second. Let me figure out what the heck is going on with this. So let's get out of studio mode for a sec. Let's there. That should fix the problem.
Am I still muted?
No, you're good now. I got your audio coming up.
Slay, homophobia ended. Homophobia has been canceled.
I should probably
get back on camera.
Should you?
Should you? I don't know. Our ratings have never been higher.
I know, right?
He's good for the
taken over
algo.
Truly, yeah.
I mean, he's just head empty, cleaning himself. Yes, this is not Noir. This is Watson speaking.
Yeah. Watson, say a slur.
No.
Watson, you're part white.
He can do it. He can say half of it.
I, the Cat Watson, would just like to thank all of you for sticking with us for 100 episodes. As you can see from that clip or that video that we showed, we have done quite a bit of work to add a little bit of good to the space, as is the mission statement of Morning Ritual, and I hope that we have done that. I hope that we have at least made one of your Saturday mornings a little bit better than it would have been without us.
Can we get Noir?
Fuck you, Watson. He's a fake fan. He hasn't been here for all 100.
Yeah, Watson's not on day one.
That's because I was out here in these streets hustling.
Apparently, you have permission from chat. It's okay. My best friend is a black cat, and drop that hard R.
We need Watson to say a slur for the 100th episode.
All right, well, I, Watson the Cat, am nothing if not a connoisseur of entertainment, and I will do it for the people. You want a slur? Here it is. I hope you enjoyed that. How about this one? Watson, you can't say that. I can say whatever I want.
Watson. About the Italians? Come on, Watson.
They know what they did. Let's get canceled on our 100th episode. Fuck it.
Let's do it.
Blow the whole thing up.
I can't believe Watson is actively taking AJ's job and then saying slurs. Did Watson also star on Seinfeld? Damn.
Yeah. Watson be cursing.
I'll give one moment of too close. All right. One moment of sincerity.
Just one?
Serious? Yes, you only get one. First off, thank you so much for that, AJ. That was a gut punch of emotion. It's weird. So, like, a lot of people have done so much in this space, and I get in my head about not contributing and like not being good enough and stuff. And it's weird to kind of take a look back, and from the beginning, all I've wanted was to add a little bit of good to this space where there's so much not good. I don't know. It's kind of weird seeing that we have made a thing and it has lasted, and it is good.
It's a good thing.
There's been some really good advice, a lot of sharing. There's been a lot of laughs and a lot of what the fuck. And I'm proud of this. And I have not done a whole lot that I've been proud of like this. It's no secret I am a high school and a college dropout, and you know, a lot of my peers are out here game designing and making stuff, and like there's a part of me that's always like, man, I wish I could make something. And AJ, you kind of showed me that we have made a thing here, and you know, we might not be the most popular, we might not have like super insane numbers or anything like that, but I am truly dang proud of this. And fuck, man, that's a lot. So thank you, AJ. Thank all of y'all for watching. I guess 100 more is the thing now.
Guess that's the goal.
Start crying again.
I'm trying not to.
He's trying.
Listen, the Pokemon Europe tournament has been going on since Friday. So I'm running on a collective of like 4 hours of sleep at most. So I'm a lot more gushy than I would normally be. So I apologize for all the tears.
6 seasons and a morning ritual movie.
Who's playing us in the morning ritual movie?
Let's see. Well, if it's a morning ritual movie, obviously they're gonna cast a white guy as me. So
You're so silly. You have to think funnier. Think about this. Hollywood knows one black woman. I'm gonna be cast as Zendaya.
They'll probably cast Tom Holland as me then. Well, no,
That
won't
won't work.
weird.
That won't
For multiple reasons.
I think they would cast Jonah Hill as me.
Yeah, I would let them.
And who would be playing Anita?
Scarlett Johansson.
Oh,
I've thought about this.
I don't know if ScarJo would play me. I'm not much like ScarJo. I'm not a woman of color.
True. You are not Asian.
ScarJo is an Asian queen.
Honestly, you're quirky. You'd be Zooey Deschanel.
Yeah.
I've gotta make a morning ritual movie poster with them. Zendaya, Jonah Hill, and
Sweet. Please, the plot of that movie would be so
or
good.
Emma
It would be
Stone. Yeah, that would probably be another one.
Yeah.
Some quirky white girl will play me.
Oscar bait. That would be such a good movie.
Yeah. Holy fuck, man. This has been a thing, and we've had such amazing guests on. I can't believe anybody said yes to this, let alone the folks that we got. So,
Who is your favorite guest? And if you don't say me, I'm crawling in your walls.
I don't have a favorite guest. I have least favorite guest, but I'll never say that. I'll never say that here.
I will.
No, I even the people that I don't fuck with no more, I've learned from. They had even people you disagree with, even people that are functionally different that how you operate can still every now and then offer some very valuable insight. So yeah, I appreciate all our guests. I still can't believe anybody said yes to this. Y'all should see the DMs where I just shot a shot. Like I've shot. You know what? Here, I probably shouldn't do this, but fuck it, I'll do it. A list of people that we reached out to that we didn't get. Some of them I'm grateful that they did not respond. Others, not so much. We were close to getting Sam Witwer, like this close. Sam Witwer, if you're unfamiliar, played Aiden in the US remake of Being Human.
He's also the voice of Darth Maul in Clone Wars cartoon.
Yeah. We
some of the near misses have been Satine Phoenix.
You should
I'll
have.
say it.
You should have. And it would have been so fucking funny.
She
Let's see.
responded to me on Twitter, but it ghosted me in the DMs. Bullet dodged.
Oh, the person from Star Trek Discovery.
Anthony Rapp?
No,
Anthony Rapp?
Yeah, oh no, actually, yeah, we did reach out to Anthony. I'll try that again because I would love to talk.
Todd Stashwick.
We have not reached out to Todd yet.
I reached out to Todd.
Oh snap!
I also reached out to Lou Wilson.
I
Lou's
would
busy.
kill to have Lou.
Listen, I tried. For you, I tried.
I would lick dirt for Lou Wilson. I run for no man, but I would crawl on my hands and knees under barbed wire for Lou Wilson.
I would eat a light bulb for Lou Wilson.
I have.
I mean, I as much as I can, we've reached out to everybody from Dimension 20 and Critical Role.
I'm mutuals with Allie on TikTok if you want me to try.
I mean, listen, any help we can get, we'll take.
Which is the weirdest mutual I have. Like,
but listen, we've gone 100, and we got some folks that I never thought of. Like, I think even in the reel, you see, like, I never thought we'd get Matt. Like, I never thought we'd get Brennan, and then it happened. So we'll keep trying to bring you guests and asking them interesting questions. But yeah, it's we've reached out to some wild folks.
Can I ask the hosts some questions?
Yeah,
sure. I'm gonna do
Perfect.
something real quick though. I need to actually like say this out loud. I think I like alluded to it, but AJ made that whole ass video.
Yes.
And we are going to pay him for that work. But if you also want to add a little bit more to the tip, there are all AJ's links: PayPal, Venmo, Coffee.
Please
help.
I'm gonna kiss AJ.
I told AJ this morning because I got it sent to me at 6 this morning. AJ pulled an all-nighter to get this done and out to us, and scrubbed 100 episodes of this show. So that we could have this video for today, and did such good hard damn work. And I let him know in the DMs that he deserves a kiss, a good pizza, and all the naps.
Yeah.
All right,
Everyone give AJ kisses.
Right on the lips, buddy. It's happening.
Right
when
on
I
the
see
lips.
it. Also, hire AJ for your project.
Yes. Look how
fucking
beautiful
amazing.
that was.
That was gorgeous.
Got me crying like a bitch over here.
Yeah, everybody's kissing AJ. AJ does accept little smoochies.
Yes, Nikki does look very pretty in the clip of her, and absolutely yes, AJ
Well-
deserves smooches for it.
Well, you've activated the trap card. Nikki always looks pretty.
Nikki does look very pretty all the time.
I don't know them, but sure.
But you know what? Joy, feel free to ask us questions, and chat if there's anything you want to know. I don't think we've ever done a morning ritual Q&A, but fuck it.
We did once in our pajamas a long time ago. I think that was like
Yeah.
episode that was like episode, I want to say 40 something. But
Well-
I love Q&As, so let's do
So
it.
yeah, if anybody has questions, put them in chat. We'll answer anything you want to know.
All right. So you guys have you've made something big, whether you feel that way or not. It's just objectively the truth. And so I want to ask you, what is something that has happened as a result of you running the show, having the show, that you could have never expected? I'll say that I've seen some things now as the host of my successful podcast that I could have never foreseen for myself. So what's happened to you guys?
Well, just really quickly on that tip, we should also make a formal announcement that Morning Ritual and Dungeons and Dragons have officially God damn it! Morning Ritual and Dungeons and Dragons have officially been accepted into Gen Con, so we will be doing both shows live. I'm going to move heaven and earth to make sure that they're live streamed, because I understand the mask policy is one where you might want to sit this one out, and I completely understand. But if you do find yourself at Gen Con and you would like to see these shows live, this is going to be the third Morning Ritual live and the first Dungeons and Dragons live. And I am afraid of what Joy will say live, but
It's going to be so bad.
But as for your question, I have the coolest friends. I am friends with people I have only admired from afar. The first that comes to mind is Dylan. Dylan is so extremely fucking talented.
Yes.
And I never in a million years thought that was somebody I'd be able to call a buddy. Here we are, the entire Streampunks team, everybody that's in chat. Now, I'm working with Nikki we have the Wiz actual play on TTRPG channel. I never thought that I would have friends that were like this, and I've had some amazing friends in my life. Like you've met them, Latia, Omnis, and
They were in my house, yeah.
Yeah, and the fact that I get to have so many so many more has just been a fucking gift. Anita?
My answer is very simple and but requires a visual demonstration. Give me 1 second.
Anita's on the run.
I don't know what they're doing.
This whole motherfucking circumstance.
This whole
that.
Yeah, Anita lives with me now in Chicago, which we did not see that coming from
Not the immigration.
Not the
Not the
immigration.
smuggling Anita.
Not the
across the border.
Not the living with well, I was married when I started this show. Womp womp.
Yeah.
This show ended a marriage. Oh,
No, I ended the marriage pretty thoroughly, but the show didn't help.
Yeah.
Being able to I started the show because I was bored and I wanted to chat with my best friend. Thinking about who was my potential co-host, who kept pestering me to get on the show and has never been on the show, and knowing that I just decided to be like, I had the most nervous butterflies and being like, why do you want to come chat with me? The show ended 2 marriages. It just ended 1 marriage.
Yeah, I've never been married.
Oh, I actually do have to make a statement now. That reminded me. So, longtime fans of the show and of everybody around here's Twitter account may notice that occasionally I do refer to Noir unflinchingly as my dad. I'm giving up the bit. He's not my dad. Some people are very confused. Some people
Wait, did people actually think I was your dad?
Yeah, somebody big thinks you're my dad. So I'm gonna have to, we'll talk about that in a second. But you may have noticed sometimes people like refer to you like dead seriously as a father.
A single
He's not
father.
my dad. Yeah, our age gap is only 11 years long. He's not my dad.
No. Wait.
Like, it happened like officially now a couple too many times, and I'm like, oh no. Yeah, he's
What
not
are
my
you
dad.
doing? I think I had a conversation that was like askewed because somebody thought, and I was like, what? No, okay, anyway.
Yeah, but
Thanks
anyway,
for that, Joy.
No problem. You are my dad. You're my dad.
You gotta stop that. All right.
Yeah, and now we have questions from chat.
Okay.
Somebody really wants to ask you the question that you ask everybody else.
Okay.
You have 6 people to put at a gaming table, living or dead, friends or historical figures. Who's there? Who's DMing?
Living or dead?
Or dead.
Or dead is not a qualifier on our question. So that's
Well, now you can finally play with Malcolm X.
All right, living or dead. That changes things. I got a really stupid answer.
It's a stupid
But it's not
answer.
okay. If it's
Or
living,
dad.
if it's living or dead, Moses, Confucius, Jesus, Buddha, and listen. Shut up. I've got a reason for this. Moses, Confucius, Jesus, Buddha, and Muhammad. Sit them all at a table, and we're settling this.
You have to play a game.
Yeah, we are gonna play a game. Whoever's character survives is the dominant religion.
Are you DMing?
Yes! And we're playing Monster Hearts.
Okay. I don't want to touch.
Oh, wait, hold on. I don't count, so I get to have one more. Joseph Smith.
And what's Joseph Smith gonna do? Lie the whole I mean, never mind. Oh my god.
My answer is God. I've forgotten every single person that has ever lived or died. Noir's always at my table. Mostly because.
See, now I feel like an asshole.
No, don't feel like an asshole. It's fine. You're always at my table. If I can get you, like if I can fit you, and if you can fit me into your busy schedule.
Shut up.
My table's real easy because they're all people I played with before. Sam DeLev, Noir, shit, who else? D. Basically the entire King's Guard crew, but we are DM'd by Brennan Lee Mulligan.
That'd be fun.
That sounds so fun, but also crazy I wasn't invited.
You're
I
part
guess
of the King's Guard crew.
Yeah.
Oh, yay. Slay.
You played in a King's Guard game.
Oh my god, I did?
You did. You played with the king.
Oh, wig! Oh my god. They need to cast me in more things. I'm so fun. Oh my god. So, I have another question.
Okay.
As, you know, everyone in this space knows, a lot of business happens through DMs. You know, you shoot your shots through the DMs. And so I want to ask you, you don't have to give away names or anything, but what's like the craziest DM exchange you've had on behalf of this show?
We had one guest with, and Anita, I never told you about this actually. With a lot of requirements, with a lot of requests. And I had to tell them we're very low budget. Like, this is, you know, we wake up and we just kind of shoot the shit. We don't have the means to do all the things that you're asking for. They as much as anybody can kind of bully their way onto the show.
No.
Yeah.
I have a question. I have a follow-up question on that one real quick, and then we'll get to Anita's answer. What demands could you have for a show that all you do is like zoom in and talk? Like, what could they want?
Oh, I remember. 3 trailers, 2 breaks, but they wanted the breaks to be about 20 to 45 minutes.
Long?
Yeah. It was mainly the trailers that they wanted for quite a few projects that they were involved in. Yeah,
okay.
And links to products.
That's I'll talk about that one on our podcast. That I have so much to say about that, but it's all mean.
We'll talk about this after we get off stream.
Yeah. Like, this is a very nice, wholesome space, so I can't be me 100% here. So
fuck it, bring the sauce.
Okay, all I'm saying is it's something that I've noticed in the space a lot, where I feel like it's kind of, you give a mouse a cookie, where it's like you give people a moderately large following and they instantly lose themselves in the sauce. It's very much so. People care about me, and so now I'm Beyonce. And I can't believe people wake up and feel like that because they roll dice good. Girl.
That was a crazy DM exchange. I essentially, just to give everybody a peek behind the curtain, we do a what's it called? A fucking introduction to our guest in the green room. We use the XNO system for our show, so if we broach a conversation that you're uncomfortable with, drop an N. We'll immediately change subjects. If we cross the line, drop an X. We'll go to break. If you want to leave after that, that's absolutely fine. We appreciate anytime anybody devotes here. And folks can drop a B in chat to let us know when they want to go to break. You can break as many times as you like, which is what I told them. They're like, well, no, I need this many breaks this long. And I'm like, well, if you just drop the B, we'll go to break. And they're like, no, it has to, like, you set that up. And I'm like, that's not how things go here. But, yeah.
Anita, how about you?
My weird interactions were not from guests. I got, like, someone sent me unsolicited tarot card pics in my DMs and, like, a $20 bill for no reason.
I have another one that's not from a guest. I was
wait, we have to address the tarot card thing because that feels like Anita's being terrorized by a witch.
Let's see if I can find them. Let's see if I can find this, or if I've deleted it. If I've since deleted this, I think this person might have deleted their account because I don't see the message in my DMs anymore.
Okay.
But
witches
yeah.
in chat, if you know what that means, like the $20 is what's throwing me off.
Yeah. Okay. So, I have a screenshot of it. I think I sent it to AJ. I might have sent it to AJ. Let's have a look through our DMs and see if I have it still.
Okay. And then brother, what's your other DM interaction that wasn't with a guest?
So, I was part of another show, like an actual play, and they had never watched Morning Ritual, which I don't fault people for. I can't partake in everybody's content either. It's fine. But while we were interviewing Brennan, they were sending me a bunch of DMs like, "Hey, could you ask him if he could come on this show? Could you ask him if he could come on that show? Like, hey, look, how do you reach out to him? What's his number? What's his email? Like, what? Like, and it's happening. It's happening as we're talking to him, and I'm like, "Hey, man, like, I'm live right now. Like, chill." So yeah, the game shortly ended after that, but I still get messages from them every now and then, asking me to give them our guest contact information, which
wild.
I'm not gonna do that.
This is a PSA. Yeah. You know how we get guests on the show? We ask them. We
Like,
just send them a DM and we ask them.
I don't know. I kind of feel like that's in bad taste. Like, I have friends that have shows where they have guests that I would love to have on. Like, I know somebody that has had Anthony Rapp on, and I'm not mutuals with Anthony, so I can't slide into the DMs to shoot the shot. That doesn't mean I'm gonna ask my friend like, "Hey, can you hook that up?" Like,
yeah,
nah, that just kind of feels
weird and
icky.
like, yeah, it feels icky. It feels like you're kind of taking
rude.
advantage of a relationship
Right,
tangentially. It feels a little parasocial.
It's social climbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And listen.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say this question was for you guys, not for me, but I do have a funny one that I haven't told you guys yet, and I think it'll be fun.
Do you want me to tell you what the tarot card was?
Yes.
It was
Yes,
the
please.
Sun tarot card, and it said natural 20, baby. The person's Twitter account no longer exists. I think they deleted it. And they sent me a picture of a $20 bill, and said, "Here, have a 20."
Really quickly, Love Murder Rose. There's a huge difference between asking to be a guest versus asking for guest contact information. I have no problem with anybody going, "Hey, can I hop on Morning Ritual?" Because sure, like we want to talk to everybody, no matter what your following is. That's
like we
kind
only
of
ask
been our mission
like
statement.
we don't really ask anything of our guests, like, but the unspoken social contract of our show is you are a kind individual and mainly unproblematic. Though we have had a couple slip ups in the past with folks. This is another time. And like we fuck with you is basically about it.
Yeah.
Like, and like you don't embarrass us and you don't embarrass our show. That's basically about it. And like you're consistent in like in who you are as a human being.
And that's all they ask.
It's more or less a
but you
breach of
said-
etiquette, yes.
But Joe, you said you had a question.
Oh, it wasn't a question. I actually have an answer for me for that question.
Yeah, let's hear it.
This is the funniest thing that's ever happened to me. Basically, like a trusted friend of mine, who I guess I didn't know was also in this space. And so I know them like personally, IRL. They send me a DM being like, bestie, I'm in this Discord and they're talking shit about you, not knowing I know you. And I'm like, can you elaborate? And apparently they are big fans of like Morning Ritual and like some of your actual play stuff. And they listened to the podcast and they found out about my relation to you via that. And they are unhappy. And they refuse to tell me names and stuff because these people are their friends. And so I'm like, that's fine. But they do send along screenshots. And essentially the screenshots were that if I didn't have the protection of like all these mutuals that I have with large followings, that they would be mean to me online. It was basically like, she's lucky she's friends with these people, or like we'd say something. It's this deep. But thank you all for your protection, I guess, with your big followings. I guess without you, I would be being cyberbullied right now.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me see if they like me in the
Right.
stuff I do.
Yes.
They don't like you.
Hate my ass.
And they want to express that, but they don't want to express it because
Right. You would be mad. And then, you know, because I know, like, I've met a lot of people in the space now, and I guess some of them have bigger followings.
What's their beef with you? What did you do?
I get your love murder rose eaten in the chat. Wonder why they dislike Joy but not Noir. Like, yeah, it's a whole lot of. I get it a lot. People are like, she doesn't actually play anything. Okay.
You're funnier than me.
It's a whole thing. They basically think I don't put the work in to get what I have. But like, you know me, you know the hustle I do for our podcast and stuff.
I need to make perfectly clear to everybody watching this right now. Like, seriously. I just show up. That's really all I do. Like, this show, Morning Ritual, would not exist without Anita. Anita puts the work in for advertising, for production. I handled booking like maybe for 2 seasons, and then I handed it over to Anita when I started doing
Like you handle booking on people that you're mutuals with, and like I don't have access to. Like that's the key issue.
Yeah.
Like that's the,
like
I handle everything else.
If Anita needs me to tip the scale, then I'll do that. Dungeons and Dragons would not exist without Joy. Joy is the one that texts me like, "Hey, get your shit together. we gotta do an episode." Joy is putting in the work with advertising and getting everything set up. I literally just upload the episodes. The latest episode that came out, full of transparency, I fucked it up. Like, Zencaster fucked up real hard, and there wouldn't have been an episode if our guest Caleb didn't have a backup plan for us, and we recorded off of their software. And again, I just show up like that. That's it. So if you like Dungeons and Dragons, you've got Joy to thank for that. If you like Morning Ritual, you have Anita to thank for that. I'm just the goober that's here.
There's a clip of Noir also saying that if you mess with Joy, you're gonna get fucked up.
It's like fake fans. I guess they didn't see that episode.
Listen, it's the Big Brother code of conduct. If you fuck with my siblings, Joy or Jay, to quote Joy, I'm gonna be in your walls.
You're there. We're crawling. Jesus.
You don't mess with Noir's daughter.
God damn it.
He's
That
a
was
struggling
Love
single
Murder
father. He's a struggling single dad. Oh my god. This is so funny.
Were there any other
We love a black father that's present in his children's lives.
God
Never
damn it,
forget.
Anita.
One time I went into an Ulta and like the ladies working there saw me with him and they're just like, oh no, coming up to me being like, I noticed you're with your dad. Like, do you need help with anything? And I literally instantly get into character. I'm like, no, it's okay. I can figure it out. I'm glad he took me. He's doing his best.
Like, I need y'all to understand, Joy has been doing this all of our lives. Like, all of our lives. Telling people I'm a single father. You gotta stop this bit.
It's getting better. Now that you have Anita, I'm just like, yeah, it's hard to be a blended family.
He struggles with dementia, but today's a good day.
I have to keep the bit going. Me and Anita need to go somewhere so I can just be like, yeah, it's my day out with my stepmom.
Jesus.
Listen, I'm here to have a full. If you want to have like a full-on meltdown in public where we like get into a screaming match, I will help facilitate this. And I could be like the oh you're so ungrateful stepmom, and you could be like the you're not my real mom.
We are fully gonna get a free meal at Cheesecake Factory doing this.
I'm here for it. Listen, I'll do anything for free cheesecake.
Same. But I do have one final question, and it's a question that I've asked before, and you gotta get it all the time, but I'm gonna try to put some sauce on it.
Okay.
You guys, you have a lot of guests, you're good at getting guests, and we know the people in the space that you want to guest, but as of late, people that aren't, into nerddom the way we think, like AOC played Among Us on Twitch not too long ago. Who is someone, not tabletop related at all, that you would still like to have on Morning Ritual?
AOC. I reached out to AOC.
I didn't know that.
But if I had to pick, here, I'll pick a politician, an actor, a musician, and an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
My politician would be Obama. I would love to talk with Obama. First black president and a Chicagoan. That's easy. I want that. For a athlete, I would love to have a conversation with Marshawn Lynch. If you're a football fan, you probably know who Marshawn Lynch is. If you aren't a football fan, I highly recommend looking him up on YouTube. He's hilarious. If you've ever heard the phrase "I'm only here so I don't get fined," that's Marshawn Lynch. The NFL has a requirement where players have to do post-game interviews, and he hates it. And so he did a post-game interview, and every time they asked him a question, he responded with, "I'm only here so I don't get fined." And he loves Skittles, and that's his big thing. So I would love to talk with Marshawn Lynch. Justin Fields is a very close second because he's our quarterback. That's my quarterback, damn it. If for a musician, I would love to talk to Dave Grohl. I think Dave Grohl or Jack Black. I think those are my top two that I would love to have an interview here. And what was my last one? An actor or something?
Yeah, he said an actor.
If I had to pick an actor, I'm probably gonna go with fuck, that's tough. That's tough. But I'm probably gonna go with Pedro Pascal.
Ooh.
Good one.
Are we doing? Do you? I guess I could do the same thing.
Yeah, same format.
And
actor.
I guess.
Politician, actor, musician, athlete.
Athlete. Okay. Politician, Jagmeet Singh, Canadian politician, leader of the NDP party. Actually, no, I say NDP party. That's redundant. It's just New Democrat Party. The NDP is very outspoken. Has really good opinions. Would be an amazing guest to talk to. And like so progressive, so good, like talks about how healthcare and like everything's like human right, and he's just would be so good to talk to. He calls his if he does meet and greets with like people, he calls them jug meet and greets. The other one is if I'm gonna pick an actor, I'm gonna go with Tatiana Maslany. She's been in Orphan Black. She's an incredible actress, such good range. She-Hulk, obviously. We love She-Hulk in this house.
Damn straight.
And athlete. Athlete, I'm gonna cheat a little bit, and I'm gonna say I've actually reached out to her. Nyla Rose. Was the first second AEW women's champion, trans woman, amazing athlete, fucking built, Black and Indigenous, just wonderful, wonderful human being. And she does play Dungeons and Dragons, so she's on a podcast.
To that end, we were this close to getting Athena from AEW. I believe currently the Ring of Honor champ.
Yeah.
On the show. It wasn't a no, it was a misschedule. So there may be a chance that we get Athena
yes.
on the show. So we're gonna try to make that happen in the next season.
That's my athlete, and then I did actor, athlete, politician, and now I need to do a musician, right?
Yep.
That's the last one. Dan Mangan.
Work.
Is a Canadian musician, does fantastic, like politically charged music, has like really good opinions, and I'd really like to talk with him. He's also very accessible. Like he's got a text number that you could like text him and he'll text you back. It's not his real number, but he does have like a number that he gives out that he checks and texts people with. Like you just ask him how his day is, he'll be like, "Hey, yeah, I'm doing good."
So sick.
Yeah. And it's one of the reason why I say Dan Mangan specifically is because like I have Noir and I have this thing where I'll occasionally play music, and Noir will be like, "Where have you been hiding this from me?" When I play like sometimes I'll play bullshit, and sometimes I'll play like bangers, and he really liked Club Meds by Dan Mangan and Blacksmith album.
Let me give the full context of what that is. We'll be in the car and I'll hand Anita the aux cable and I'm like, "Hey, put something on." And Anita will immediately go to my playlist. And I'm like, if I wanted to listen to my music, I would have just put on my playlist. And then Anita will be like, "Okay." And then just put on stuff that's like close to my playlist. Like stuff that I think you think that I would like, and I'm like, "No, I want to listen to music that you like."
But I was listening to music that I like. There's some overlap.
There's such a domestic argument to be having.
It's fine. But then I was crafting the other, like a couple months ago, and I'm like, "Okay, I need something on." So I just threw on that album, and Nora's like, "Where have you been hiding this shit? God damn it, this is a banger."
Jesus. All right. I do have one add-on to this question now. One fictional character you'd like to have guests.
Fictional character?
Yeah, you could.
Anakin Skywalker.
Why? For what?
How do you fumble the bag that hard? Like,
a controversial opinion.
You really gonna fuck up the whole thing because you scared your wife gonna die, and then you the one that killed my guy.
Me and Anakin fighting for easiest person to gaslight.
For real, it wasn't even hard. And it was so obvious. Not from a Jedi. That didn't set your alarms off, you stupid bastard. You couldn't tell that the senator was evil? Like, all you had to... Bro.
So you just want to ask him, like, buddy, what happened?
What happened? And also, why you keep killing brown people? What is your problem? Mace Windu, the Sand People, children? Like, bro, at what point do you not realize you the bad guy? From my perspective, the Jedi are evil. Let's talk about that perspective for a minute. Like, yes, the Jedi are fucked up. True, I'll give you that. Can I ask you a question? Why not quit? Like,
soundboard.
What are they gonna do if you quit? Fire you? You can't fire me. I quit. Go live your life with your rich girl. You had superpowers, a cool ass weapon, and a rich partner. You could have lived the rest of your life anywhere, doing anything you wanted, but you were deciding to protect my girlfriend. I'm gonna kill kids? Are you stupid?
Like honestly, your Padawan quit. Like you know that it's possible.
There was an he could have gone off with Ahsoka. At what point do you realize you are just fucking stupid? I just.
Okay,
I'll never
all right.
forgive this.
Okay, Anita, please. Your answer.
Fictional character that I'd have on the show.
Obi-Wan quit too! Like, everybody quit! If he just did nothing, Order 66 would still happen, and the Jedi organization that he hated would have been gone anyway! And he could have been on a fucking pleasure planet with his partner, superpowers, and a lightsaber. I would give both my right and left nut for that life.
Right. God. Fictional character, Anita, I don't.
It's fucking embarrassing!
My brain is blank. I got nothing. Shit. Fuck. I'd like to interview. No, fuck it. Let's just double up on Tatiana Maslany. We'll interview She-Hulk.
Yes.
High-powered attorney. Has to strike the balance between being a lean green fighting machine and a high-powered lawyer. And yeah, sure. I'm on a She-Hulk kick right now. Let's do it.
Yeah, I would choose Jason Todd, the Red Hood. We know this.
Of course you will.
And only, if only so after the interview you could get railed to death, of course.
Absolutely. For sure.
Exclamation point joy in the chat.
Yeah, thank you. If everyone could hit that for me. But yeah, what time do you guys normally end the show? I don't want to keep you long.
Whatever.
Okay, cool.
I guess we keep. If you have a question, this is your last chance.
Yeah.
Get in the chat, everybody.
We're flooding the.
Not the rail to death emojis.
I hate y'all so much.
Listen. Oh, if
Stop
I had
it. Get some help.
If I had to choose an actor for you guys to have, Timothy Chalamet. I want to see you guys interact with a Victorian orphan.
I would just be roasting him all episode.
I mean, Noir just interacts with me on a daily basis. That's what I am, but a Victorian orphan boy.
That's so true. Oh my god.
I hate it here.
You guys have any questions for me?
Joy, Joy, how does it feel to be a two-time guest, a hyper-popular podcaster of a hit show, and of course the host of a brand new show called Evening Incantations?
Feels really good. I enjoy being at the arch nemesis of some of the worst people in the space. Like, it feels so good. It's gotten to the point where before people do bad things in the TTRPG space, they'll have me blocked. So when I get DM'd about it, I can't see what happened because I've been blocked already. Like, they premeditate it.
Wow.
So
Joy is the Baba Yaga of the TTRPG space.
Truly.
So Joy's gonna be apartment sitting for us for 4 days, and my setup's gonna be here. So you might get an evening incantation. Who knows?
Yeah, that would be so fucking funny. I turn it on and then boom, it's not Noir. It's his shade.
I mean, no, you don't have to go live on my channel.
Girl, I'm going to.
Oh God. I can just see it now. We're on the plane and I get a notification. Noir Enigma has gone live. I'm like, what the fuck?
You can't stop me. I have guests somehow. I go through your like messages with people. I'm like, I heard you were Noir's friend.
Oh God.
You want to hang out?
The stream title, I found Dad's stream key.
I am not Joy's father.
He's literally my dad. We have so many parental memories. He taught me how to parallel park. That was cool. One time my ex made me sad and I come to his apartment and he hands me a CBD lollipop and he goes, "Stay there."
I did teach you how to drive.
You did? It was crazy.
Because our father was inept.
Oh my God, Latia's gonna go live with me, you guys.
I mean, come on over. Like, fuck it.
Ooh, but we did get a question. Somebody wants to know, if you had to live in a horror media world for 1 year, what media property are you going to live in? You need time to think, because I have an answer out the gate.
I have an answer out the gate.
Horror, yeah.
Okay.
Noah, are you first?
Get Out. Yeah, that's the one.
But you... okay.
The
Any reason
Purge, I
why?
just go to the country and hang out in like a cabin for the day. Good, I'm done. I'm fine.
Yeah, I already know how to. I already know how to live in the world of Get Out.
Because you do.
Yeah, so it's just like I'll be all right.
Listen, I guess.
I mean, if you pick anything else, you're fucked. Like I'll be okay. Which one are you picking?
It Follows. I don't fuck.
But I love fucking.
The way I would be so comically safe in It Follows that I wouldn't realize I was in a horror movie. I'd be like, crazy how my friend had that hookup and died. Anyway. Oh my God. I would not know what was going on.
No, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that.
It Follows from an ace person's perspective is a rom-com. Oh my God.
I mean, that's fair.
It would be so funny.
I couldn't do that one. How about you, Anita?
I already said The Purge, and I would just go to a cabin in the woods for the day and be done with it.
Anita, even simpler. Don't you know Canadian people?
Yeah.
You could just go home.
I am Canadian. I could just go home.
It only happens in America.
See, but if our worlds merge and you're like, oh, it's the Purge, we need to go back to my family's house, I'm fucked because I've been.
No, you're still fine because my family's poor. They can't afford that whole brainwashing treatment. Are you kidding me?
That's exactly what a white person in the world of Get Out would say to somebody who they wanted to lure back to their country home in Canada to take my body. But also, I've got the advantage of my body is shit. So, haha.
I don't want it.
Like,
If you mixed all
you're
three
safe
of
from the
those
sunken
are-
place. We're broke. We can't afford that shit.
If we merged all of this, I would be so safe. I had one white partner, and I was like, I'm not going to do that again. Let me just never date or touch anyone ever. I'm not dying in a horror movie. I'm final girl material.
Like, I also don't have anything worth taking, so The Purge, I'm good.
See, but I'm short, fat, ugly, and black. Like, I'm dead.
But you're also funny. They'll keep you around, baby girl.
Yeah, no, the funny, short, fat, black dude dies first.
No. It's the, like, quarterback black guy where you're like, he's a quarterback, he won't die. And then they kill him to prove, like, nobody's safe. So
I would die second to last then. I'd be the one huddled up with the final girl, like, we can make it to the van. Okay, let's do it. And then the killer comes in, and I have to make a heroic sacrifice. No, that white girl did. Oh,
no, I'm the final girl in this situation.
Well,
and I'm tripping you. I'm sorry, baby girl. I'm running.
Well, you know what our family motto is.
Yep.
Can't save them all.
Yep. I don't gotta outrun the bear. I just gotta outrun
you.
Family motto.
I hate that our family crest is just a foot tripping somebody running at full speed.
We're survivors. We are survivors. Okay, what's a horror movie franchise you are positive that you could not survive?
Oh, any zombie movie. The minute I lose my glasses, I'm fucked.
Yeah, The Walking Dead, I would be pretty fucked.
World War Z with the fast zombies, I would be
out. 28 Days Later, were they fucking full on sprinting? Absolutely
yeah, we're done.
No. I'm not gonna live through that one. I think every other like horror franchise I really could survive based solely on the fact that like I don't care.
Halloween franchise, you're dead.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
You gonna take on Mike Myers.
First of all, what business he got with me? He got beef with Jamie Lee Curtis.
That would be hilarious if it was Jamie Foxx. He's just beefing. He's just beefing because The Living Color ended.
He wants another season really bad. But like, yeah, no, he wants Jamie Lee Curtis and her whole white family. He don't want me.
He still kills everybody around the family.
I mean, but am I around Jamie Lee Curtis?
Halloween takes place in Illinois.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I still feel like I'm built different. I don't know.
Friday the 13th, fucking dead.
Is that the one where you just don't have to sleep?
No, that's wait, Friday the 13th is Jason, right? The hockey mask?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you're fucked.
No, I don't fuck. That's the thing with
that's the thing.
Friday the 13th.
That's actually the thing with Friday the 13th is Jason only kills people that have
having sex.
Teenagers that are having sex.
God. Well, I'm not a teenager.
That's his whole thing. Is teenagers? The teenagers had unprotected or were fooling around, and that's the reason why he died.
Yeah, they were neglectful. He died.
They weren't watching him.
So now, if you fuck, he kills you. So once again, I'm living. To be honest, being an incel kind of be hitting in horror.
Nightmare on Elm Street, I probably would also not survive because yes, I love to fucking nap. Are you kidding me?
Anita be napping, unfortunately.
I'd be napping.
Y'all be napping. I would live and he would be upset about it because I don't sleep and it's awkward.
Freddy's just sitting there waiting for you to go to bed, like.
He's like, why are you making scrambled eggs at 3 a.m.? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm sorry.
You're apologizing to a dream team. I'm so sorry I'm like this.
He's like, can you please rest? And I'm like, dude, I wish, but sometimes I drink 5-hour energy just because I don't.
Why did you have one right there? And is that another one I see behind you? You've got a problem.
Yeah. Sometimes I just like a little snack, and the snack is 5-hour energy.
5-hour energy is not a snack.
Do you think you could survive Saw?
Absolutely not, no.
You don't?
No, absolutely not.
I'm so petty
I'm
about
decent
why I
enough
would
at
survive.
puzzles that I might be able to do it, but I don't know that I would actually be a potential victim for Jigsaw because I I don't know that any of my sins are grievous enough for him to come up with an elaborate torture for me. I'm pretty boring.
So
Unfortunately, you. Sorry, I have a hyperfixation thing. Notoriously, Jigsaw's reasons to capture people, you think it's because like they have actually done egregious things, but there have been times in the Saw movies, maybe someone in the comments knows about this.
He also does it to make people better, right? That's like his whole thing. And I don't know. I don't really have anything that like he could. I don't know.
At one point, he actively punished somebody's like daughter or sibling instead of the person, and it was for virtually no reason. Like I can't remember. It was stupid.
He's very inconsistent in the lore of this.
Right, so he fully could get you. He just had a bad day.
But here's why I'm certain I would die. Because the one Saw that I'm familiar with, I didn't watch it. I think maybe I watched like a little bit of it, but I didn't watch all of it. Basically the solution to the puzzles was everybody needed to work together. Like there is like a trap where everybody dies unless they fill a bottle with like a liter of blood or however much blood is needed to kill somebody. And they didn't have enough people because they weren't working together. And so one person had to give up all their blood, and like each puzzle needed more and more people. And so because they weren't working together, by the time the last person got to the last puzzle, they couldn't solve it because the solution would kill one person, but would only like maim 5 people. I do not believe in this day and age that people could get along well enough to survive those kind of traps. Because like all it takes is one evangelical Christian to just fuck it up for everybody. If you don't believe me, look at everything.
Listen though, counterpoint. I could survive a group Saw trap if I was in a room with gay people. Me and a bunch of other gay people, we are getting out of there in at least 5 minutes, and we're making Jigsaw wish he never did it. The entire time, ripping this man to shreds. Being like, girl, this is camp. This is theater.
I don't believe you.
Clearly, you have not seen me in an escape room with the entire staff of a Hot Topic.
Just because they're gay, however, does not mean that they feel that same camaraderie, because I've recently discovered, and I please correct me if I'm wrong, that there are a number of lesbian TERFs.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they think they believe in LGB without the T.
Okay, fine.
Hey, no,
I have to be
watching the first movie.
Never.
So Morning Ritual has a Patreon. If we get 5 patrons, I'll watch that movie with you and we'll fucking record it.
Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, no, I fully would survive Saw especially if it's just a puzzle with just me. People are like, no, I could never do the body mutilation stuff. Listen, I don't like to be bested. I hate losing. I'll do whatever it takes to not lose. I will cut off my own arm if it means I get to have a dub after.
You're not joking. Y'all do not understand the lengths of Joyce Petty.
I finished a basketball game with a concussion once. Like, I don't believe in a loss. Yeah. Those are the last questions that we've received. I feel like we have a tarot reading we need to get to.
Yep. So we're gonna end the episode off. Our friend and most recent guest on Dungeons and Dragons, Caleb, was so kind as to offer to do a tarot reading for the show so we can see what's going on for the future of Morning Ritual. And also I'd like to end with kind of saying some guests that we're trying to get for the next season, if that's fair. I've already mentioned we're going to be reaching out to Athena to see if that can happen. We're reaching out to Lou Wilson. Is there anybody else that y'all can think of?
Please reach out to Persephone again so I can bring Josh on and watch everything burn to flames.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's possible. Latia wants the 5 Pete and we have to get Latia a fancy hat afterwards.
Yeah.
The 5
I would like
jacket.
a Latia Enjoy episode, please.
That's gonna be rough.
It's gonna be bad for you mentally.
But we'll make that happen. Also, we want to get Sam to live back up here.
Sam needs to come back.
Brennan Lee Mulligan has to meet me.
I'll reach back out to Brennan, see if we can get him to come back. And yeah. Thank you, seriously, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Please spread the word. Let more people know about us. We're trying to grow. We're passionate about this. We want to keep doing it, and we love you.
We do. Sorry, I'm gonna try not to cry. Shake it off. This has been another episode of Morning Ritual. This has been... Shit.
Come on, baby, for the 100th time, bring it home.
One sec. Deep breath. I am. They're coming. Like, this has been our 100th episode of Morning Ritual, a show that I started because I was bored and I wanted to talk with my bestie. Thank you all so much for joining us and stopping by and hanging out. Sorry, it's my mom's birthday today and she's not here. So Gwen, this one's for you. The ritual has concluded. Bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Happy 100th or 100th? 100th episode, Morning Ritual. My name is Caleb Wade. I am your local tarot reading, backward speaking oracle, here with a tiny glimpse into the future. A 6-month reading, as it were. I'm going to be using my Buffy tarot deck. Ooh, wow, fantastic. Gosh, this is silly. Before I begin, quite honestly, 100 episodes of anything is wild. And I'm so happy that you all have made it to this point. I'm so happy I get to be a part of this. And here's to another 100. Now, with the idea of a morning show on Twitch, there's not really a knock on the deck 3 times or, keep your intentions set. But we'll see what the cards have to say for y'all. I'm going to be using the Prophecy Girl spread from the Buffy Tarot deck. A lovely little glimpse into the 6 months ahead, and I will explain each card as it is defined in the guidebook. As, frankly, if a guidebook comes with your tarot deck, use it with that tarot deck, because sometimes the intentions behind the imagery and the symbolism of the cards are lost when you just have the meaning of the 9 of Wands or the card of Judgment or the Devil or something. There's a reason that someone painstakingly made that art for that card. Maybe pay attention to it. We're just shuffling, and when it feels ready, I will be able to read. This is so wild that I'm recording this. It's a wild time, shall we say. It's a wild time. Maybe one more shuffle or two, and we will be ready. With my readings, I also draw a card for clarity. It's usually optional, but you know what? It's the 100 celebration. Let's just do it, All right, I think we are good. So, 6 cards. 1, 2 off screen, but I will show y'all. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okie dokie. Little guidebook here. Da, 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 da. Think of the first card as the card that sets the tone of your focus, inspiration, and mindset. The first card is the 7 of Chalices. I'm gonna bend the card a little bit so you can see the artwork, so it doesn't get caught in the in the light of the ring light. Gosh, this is not gonna be working properly, is it? Hopefully it'll focus, but if not, I will be taking pictures and will be submitting them to whoever I need to submit them to. So, 7 of Chalices reversed. Let's see what that means when it comes to saying the tone, inspiration, and mindset for the 6 months ahead. 7 of Chalices reversed. The 7 of Chalices implies that you can be distracted by all sorts of different options, skewing your focus so drastically that you become a major do-nothing type person. Yikes. You might benefit from prioritizing your wants and tackling them one at a time. Interesting. Your second card reveals the overall theme for the next 6 months. I organized these wrong. Gosh golly. Let me just set these up correctly in this limited space I have on my desk. Gosh golly. I swear I'm a professional sometimes. A lot of chalices in this deck, and for those experienced tarot readers, chalices are cups and stakes are wands, and sides are swords. Your overall theme for the next 6 months is the 4 of Chalices reversed. In the process of getting your fire back, it's okay to say no. You can't expect motivation to return immediately, and the reverse 4 of Chalices is here to remind you that you can take breaks, pause the action, and let yourself ease back into living your life full throttle. The third represents the quote-unquote big bad or big obstacle that you will be facing, which is the... Oh, my apologies, the 4 of Chalices. It is Principal Snyder on a hill. The 2 of Pentacles reversed, which is Buffy at the Double Meat Palace. I will be sending a picture, I promise. Hey, maybe I'll even send pictures of all the cards so that you can just do the little, hey, here's this card. Oh, wow, here's a zoom up. Zoom up, zoom in. Gosh golly, I'm okay. I'm good with this. Your big bad is represented by the 2 of Pentacles reversed. And even if there are like a lot of reverse meanings in your reading, that doesn't mean that everything's bad. It's just a reflection of what your path is on, you know? Let's see. This card warns of overcommitting in one area, while other important parts of your life are neglected. So pursue your big dreams, but be sure you aren't doing it at the expense of your loved ones. Your 4th card symbolizes what you will draw on to slay this big bad, which is Justice reversed, which is symbolized by Angel. I'm going to try and focus it, but I don't think it's going to work. No. Yeah, no, I'm probably going to have to take pictures of these. Don't worry about it. Maybe this will be a nice little... If it's with the right lighting, any like little tarot card thing would be a nice headshot, wouldn't it? So, Justice Reverse. Let's talk about that for a second. Perhaps you've been a little more jealous than Angel lately, and your conscience is starting to get the better of you. Conscience, not conscious, sorry. You can't hide the proverbial bodies forever, so it's time to own your sins, make amends, and vow to do better. Okay, that's heavy. The card 5 symbolizes the positive force that will come into your life, signified by Judgment reverse, which is Anya at the magic box, which is lovely. Judgment is 20. When reversed, Judgment finds you wondering whether you're an irksome nobody who should take their furs across the river. Enough with the self-loathing and more with the self-acceptance. Everyone has made mistakes, and you deserve a chance to rise above yours. Your last card represents the key learning at the end of 6 months, which is the Empress reversed, signified by Drusilla, actually, which is interesting. Let me hold up the card as if you can see it, but the art is still very pretty. It may feel like everything you put in the ground just withers and dies, blocking your creative ability and disrupting your self-expression. Like Drusilla, you may be even questioning your intuition, neglecting the unique traits that make you feel powerful. This disharmony can be resolved with self-care and patience, turning your mothering nature onto yourself. And your card for clarity is the Six of Pentacles reversed, symbolized by Anyanka. The Six of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Have you been worried that someone is taking advantage of you or has been dishonest about the circumstances? A reverse Six of Pentacles is an indication that your feelings are correct, and it's also a gentle warning to guard your assets and make smart choices about what debt you take on, be it emotional or financial. What this reading is telling me is that you got a good thing going, but you need to make sure to ease back into things or ease into the next 6 months rather than try to bum rush and try to understand that lightning moment or catching lightning in the bottle, whatever the saying is. Either way, know that tarot is not a full-out predictor of the future. It is just a reflection, unbiased, of the path that you're on. And frankly, I hope that your path brings all the harmony, beauty, and wonderfulness that it has brought you for 100 episodes and even for 100 more. Thank you for all that you do. And happy 100. Bye.